Hey guys, hello. Welcome to Maximize Monday. We're so happy to see you guys for yet another wonderful, glorious, magnificent Monday. It's Monday. So we're glad to see you all. Let us know where you're tuning in from. What's new? Would you think about service yesterday? A lot of great things going on this week,
Mhm.
um, especially with Catch the Fire happening, right? So definitely excited for that. Definitely encourage you guys to, if you haven't yet, go ahead and visit the Five Below in Cherry Hill. 5% of those proceeds will be given back into what we're doing here. Or if you aren't in the area, you can go ahead and visit our website at gotobethany.com/giving.
Mhm.
But just really excited for this week. I think our goal was to be able to donate 1,500 book bags, right?
Mhm.
So that's our goal. We're asking for you guys to support us in this. On Wednesday, we're going to lay them all out on the altar. We'll pray over them. And then on Saturdays, when we give out everything. So this is always one of my favorite times of the year to be able to see kids so excited for the school year, which was not me when I was in school
Not in school.
at all.
Because you're not going to school.
Yeah. But no, real fun time. How you doing, Pastor Nick?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Good. I
You s-
apologize in advance for my dog. The
Okay.
lawn people are here, so he's
Hmm.
messed up right now.
Got that little mutt. That's why.
I know he's a pain.
I know. But you love him though.
He's my baby. Yes, I
I,
do.
I know. Welcome everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi,
How's
Teresa.
everyone doing? You should do more intros. I can sit back and just listen.
Yeah, it's okay. You got it. You got it.
Whatever. Uh, I said we had a great service yesterday. If you missed it, go back and watch it. Or catch the fire giveaway in full swing, as she said.
Hmm.
The backpacks away on Saturday, beginning at 9 a.m. Um, at Lindenwald High School, as well as at Thomas Dudley in Camden. So you want to make sure that. Oh, I need to send. Did you send me the new flyer with the locations?
I did. Yeah, I'll send it again.
All right, because I got to send it to the Camden people.
Okay.
If you're one of those two locations, you can pick them up. So go and pick up some backpacks. If you're donating, you can help us out with that. Or if you want to give online, you can
Hmm.
help with that also. Yes.
Yeah. It really is a wonderful opportunity. Our
Yep.
mission for the church is to transform lives one at a time. So this is just one of the many ways that we get to do this to make an impact in our community.
Yes. Yes. I got the children today, so I may be coming off and the question. Um, anyway, we're just so glad you all joined us. Please do us a favor and share this if you can. If it's your first time watching, please type VIP in the chat. Hey Teresa, we see the numbers coming up. Uh, oh, your pink doodles on.
Oh,
Pink caboodle.
Oodle. Yeah.
Why caboodle?
So, have you heard the phrase "the whole kit and caboodle"?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that's from.
Oh,
And pink is just my favorite color, so that's that.
all right. All right. Hello, Teresa Magruder. Hey, Teresa Palmer. Hope all is well today with you all. Again, please do us a favor, share. Your first time watching, type VIP in the chat. We're so glad that you have joined us today. All right, let's hit this just in case I gotta get out early. Last week we talked about your purpose and your relationships,
Hmm.
and I can't remember. We probably went off topic, but
Probably, yeah.
right, purpose and choices today. Often people wonder what decision should I make, and one of the best ways to make these before you make major decisions, of course, is to pray about it. When the Philistines came on David uh, to fight him, the Bible says that he prayed first to get permission to do it. And God told him, go ahead and do it. The Philistines came again, and David prayed. He prayed again. He didn't do a lot of times what we do. Well, I got him the first time, so let me go out here and do it the same way. He prayed again, and then God gave him a different process to get victory in the battle. So just because God moved one way before doesn't mean he wants you to move the same way the second time. This is why it's important before you make a major decision to pray about it. Not just should I, but also how, the process. And because God gave David a different process, same enemy, different process. So we have to be open to difference, open to new things, and how God will choose to do something new. So, of course, we pray about it first. If you're not sure, go get counsel from somebody that's wise, that has a connection with God, experience, knows what they're talking about, not somebody who's never done it before, you know, somebody that can actually be objective, help you, and knows what they're talking about. The other thing about decisions also is knowing your purpose. Where I want to go helps dictate the decisions that I make. Where I want to go helps dictate the decisions that I make. So, in essence, say for instance, you want to, be a certain place financially. Having a goal, having a plan, knowing where you want to go should give you the plan for how you want to get there. So, for instance, every year during the beginning of the year, on my social media pages, I put out the savings plan, and it's a savings plan during the course of the year. Some can say, 1,600 a year, 10,000 a year, whatever. I tell them get in where you fit in, whatever plan, but where you want to go, and they break it down how much you just save every single week in order to reach that goal. So where you want to go will tell you the decision that you have to make to get there. So purpose not only helps us be discerning of our relationships, it also helps us be discerning of our decisions. If is what I'm doing going to take me off my purpose, or is it going to help me get to where I want to go? And if it's going to take me off, then I need to make a decision whether I want to go off course or stay on course, which means it requires some sacrifice. Let's go back to the financial part. If I have a financial goal, am I willing to make the necessary sacrifices in order to get there? Okay. I want to get here, but am I willing to make the sacrifices, the hard choices in order to get there? Again, the financial example. Do I need to cut back on some bills? Do I need to cut back on, going out to eat, or go cut back on going to get coffee every morning and making it at, or instead of, making it at home instead? I got to make some difficult decisions to get to where I want to go. Do I have to go back to school? Oh boy, to get to where I want to go. We often make the mistake of considering where we want to go, but not the process to get there. Because we get excited about the end result, but not what it takes to get to said end result. And can we make the difficult choices to get there? But if I got my eye on where I want to go, it makes the tough choices easier. So if I want to save X amount of money, I need to cut back on this. Hey, do you want to go out and do X, Y, and Z? This is going to mess up my plan. It's out of my budget. No, the thing is on sale. I want it really bad, but it's going to mess up where I want to go. Something else will come out later. You get what I'm saying? It's purpose will help you with your decision making, because where you want to go will tell you the type of decisions, the type of sacrifice you have to make in order to get to said goal. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. And I think it's probably easier to put this concept to like the big decisions or the big choices that we have to make in life, forgetting that even the littlest of choices add up.
Yeah.
And can have big impacts.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if you find yourself, having to make a choice on something that really, in the moment might not seem like a big deal, or like it matters, or it's just whatever, just everyday life, those moments can still add up 10, 25, 5 days later, 20 years later, to have a big impact in your life, which is why I think it's so important that through everything that we do, we go to God in prayer.
Yeah.
for wisdom,
Mhm.
not just for the big life moments or the big crossroads that we find ourselves in, but even the small moments too.
Yeah. And you're right. Little things add up. What trips most of us up is not the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's the small stuff. Let's take getting in shape, for example, right? And eating right. If most of us, actually, if all of us start cutting out processed foods, you'll find, I know it's hard because you can be addicted to it. That little small thing can yield big results.
Yeah.
So it's not that you don't eat, you just eat something that's real rather than something that's not real food. So I think that those small choices, like you said, they build up. Those small things, like they use a small example with finances of saving, like putting $5 away every day. Just have a little jar, put $5 a day away. We always say, oh, it's only $5. That's not a lot of money, but if you add 5 times 365,
Take it.
that's you get what I'm saying. That's not bad extra money at the end of the year in December. But again, it's those small things
Mm-hmm.
that add up. You don't have to lose 20 pounds in a month. Why don't you work on losing a pound a week?
Yeah.
And it starts to build up. I think sometimes we look at the big goal as an excuse not to do it.
Yep.
So if you start a business and you're not a millionaire in 6 months, all of a sudden you quit. What if you're making $400 every month for a while and letting that build up to 1,000, and then
Yeah.
two, so and so, and then having the patience to let it build? Good.
Sorry, I'm trying to navigate. Sorry, I'm so sorry for all the noise. But I think another component to that is being aware, because sometimes, and I'm just speaking from my experience as a business owner, you're so immersed in it that you're not aware of how well you're doing, for lack of better words, until it comes time to do a review and you're like, oh, this is what happened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can start asking yourself some other questions from there. Okay, what can I do next to continue to grow? Or for some people, it's okay, what's happening where I'm growing but I'm not seeing the fruits of what I'm trying to really get to. So being aware of kind of where you're at too, I think can help shift things a little bit.
Small progress is still progress.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we say celebrate small progress. You don't have to make huge gains all the time. And I think I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and the person was talking about the facade of social media. And we love we love exposing the facade that doesn't match our real reality. And if you're not careful, you get caught up and think that everybody has these big gains, these big rewards, and either A, they're lying, or B, they've been doing it for years. And that's why they're having these huge gains, because they didn't start that way. It took them a while to get there. They've been working at it for years upon years. But if we're not careful, if we don't know somebody's whole story, we'll assume something and then look down on ourselves, because a lot of people lie.
Yeah,
Like, I woke up like this. No, you didn't.
that's what I was going to say. Yep.
I mean, it took you time.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's so easy to front nowadays that we start comparing ourselves with a front rather than actual reality.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And sometimes what someone's reality is becomes so fictional
Mm-hmm.
that they don't even realize it. I was on Instagram or TikTok the other day because I'm trying to get back on my whole influencer game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a filter automatically applied to what I was doing. And I had to look at it. I was like, wait a minute, something's off about this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just moving in life. And then I'm like, oh, this is a filter. So it's so easy to kind of get those lines mixed up because things have become so advanced or whatever that you have to kind of recenter yourself and make the choice to not live life through filtered glasses.
Yeah.
And I think that's not something that people do all the time because, for lack of better words, there are benefits.
Yeah.
that come with doing that, but then it's also not real.
Yeah. I think, to me, there's nothing wrong with social media, nothing wrong with computers, internet. I think the problem is we take these things and it brings out the worst in us.
Mm-hmm.
It can bring out the best in us, absolutely, but also brings out the worst in us at the same time. It's just a new mode of humanity revealing who we really are.
Yeah.
But those facades, see, we're all off topic.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. But here it is. We have a choice to make.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to purpose again. Is this choice going to help me get to where I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
And that whole fake it till you make it thing, we take that a little bit too far sometimes.
Yeah.
We fake too much at times, and then start, like you said, believing our own lie. And then as we believe our own lie, that becomes our reality rather than what's real reality, what's real truth. Because we start, how can I say this? We start trying to live based off who we want to be rather than who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like living above our means. I'm blessed. I'm doing this. And then you start spending more money than you should. Because if you reduce blessing to having things,
Yeah.
then that's what you'll do. So it goes back to what's our purpose, what our goal, what is our goals?
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing what we're doing to please God? Or are we doing what we're doing to get attention, to get praise, to get accolades? And it's so easy to get caught up in it.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yeah.
So it's so, and you're caught up, it's so easy. You get caught up in it and don't realize you're caught up in it.
Yep.
Especially if you find a community that has the same interests as you, then all of a sudden you start going with those interests, and now you're what was started off as a honest and sincere connection now turns into something transactional.
Yep.
Where I'm doing all these posts and doing all these things just to feel like I fit in.
Yep. It becomes more me focused instead of God focused.
Yep.
And I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I just really feel like once that happens, that's just when things start to go downhill. It's not the same.
It's not. So our purpose in life, where we want to go in life, should help dictate the decisions that we make. And if I don't know where I'm going, I'll just make random decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I won't make any purpose-filled decisions. Like, for instance, planning out your day. Every day should have a purpose to it. Mm-hmm. What am I going to do today? What I can control. The day will throw stuff at you. But if you haven't planned your day out, your day's going to take over you. And people like, before you know it, there's so much I didn't get done today because probably we didn't plan it out.
Mm-hmm.
I had all this stuff to do. What were we doing during the course of the day?
Yeah.
Some of us, we could have finished something in 10 minutes, but it took us an hour because we were the lollygagging, distracted.
Uh-huh.
Come on, let's tell the truth. And we know we could have got it done faster.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, we're all out here and don't get it done, then wonder why we're always playing catch up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because we haven't planned our days out.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't strategized what we're going to get done. Oh, Lord.
It's interesting because I feel like some people can say that planning your day can make life less exciting. But I found that if you're just living life, you can kind of get stuck into like monotony of life. It's just, you're just doing it. Planning your day with the key point of being able to carve out time for yourself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So being able to plan, things that are going to bring you joy or bring you excitement. So it's not just, I do this at 8:00, I do this at 9, the everyday stuff that we do, but also plan things that are going to bring you joy or bring you joy through doing things that are your purpose and so forth. Does that make sense?
I heard I was listening to, again, another podcast, and these very successful people said, being successful is boring. The reason why, because you're doing the same thing consistently.
Over and over again.
Over and over again.
Uh-huh.
And some of us get tired of the monotony. But the monotony is the very thing that's going to take you to where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's not that you don't bring in other creative elements to kind of give you some excitement to it. But for the most part, here it is. The excitement is what it's producing, not necessarily the process.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exciting part. You know, the exciting part isn't sitting down on your computer and editing a picture. It's the progress of that picture and the frustration of not getting it right. Then when you finally get it right, you're like,
that's it.
There it is. But if you're not willing to go through the monotony of the same thing over and over and over again, life is not about, how can I say this? We need to mature to the place where we recognize that life isn't about just pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Nor is it about just, the monotony of success. It's a good merger of both, but primarily me doing what I got to do to get to where I got to go. And like you said, scheduling some pleasures in there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not willing to take on the monotony of doing the same thing over and over again, and being consistent, it's not going to work.
Yeah, no, there definitely needs to be a balance.
Yeah. The people you admire are those people who do the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And their moments of pleasure could be, hey, I got 20 minutes. Let me do X, Y, and Z for 20 minutes and go back to work and doing whatever.
Yeah.
But life is not all about having fun and pleasure. That's when you're childish. When you're a child, it's like that. When you're adult, you realize
you got
right. Really start kicking in. I got to do what I got to do. But again, it goes back to enjoying the outcome. You may not enjoy the process.
Mm-hmm.
The outcome will give the process more excitement.
Yeah. That's so true.
But it goes back to, what do you value in life and what you want out of it?
It's tough questions you got to ask yourself.
Yeah. What are you going to regret more later in life? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I should have did this. Woulda, shoulda did that. Shoulda, woulda, woulda. That kind of thing. Sometimes it's better to put in the work early so you can enjoy stuff later.
Yeah.
That actually helps you. Because now, like for instance, scheduling your day out, you get stuff done and you realize you got more time to do some stuff that you want to do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking care of it already. But most of us don't. Yeah.
God, just YOLO. Because you only live once. You need to live smart. Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling the kids on Sunday, I was like, there are people, y'all listen to people that got money. Y'all ain't got no money. So yeah, they can go do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, they can make certain mistakes because they got the money to back up and fix stuff. You ain't got that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the kind of clout, that kind of influence to go out there and do blah, 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 and deal with the consequences of it. Stop listening. Stop listening to folk that aren't where you. Come on. But anyway, all right, I gotta go.
Well, that was great.
Yes, thank y'all for watching, and please join us tomorrow for men's ministry, right?
Mm-hmm. At 7 p.m.
Men's ministry, 7 o'clock. We have Bible study on Wednesday. Don't forget to bring your backpacks on Wednesday. We're praying over them, or you can give on our site. Click Catch the Fire, and we'll go out and purchase the backpacks. We're going out on Friday to purchase the backpacks, and our giveaway is on Saturday the 31st, beginning at 9 a.m. Lindenwold High School, and also Thomas Dudley in Camden. All right, the Lord will be with you all, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all. Oh no, we're off Labor Day next Monday. We're off.
Praise the Lord.
See y'all the following week.
See you guys then. Bye.